car. Today, that baby is reportedly doing well.
The Supreme Court is wrapping up 2 days of historic arguments.
Today's issue and the arguments there focus on the Defense of Marriage Act and whether legally married same-sex couples are unfairly denied federal benefits under it. Fox's Craig Boswell in Washington with more on today's arguments.
The Defense of Marriage Act defines marriage as between a man and a woman. After more than 2 hours of arguments between attorneys and justices, the woman who originally sued the federal government reacted.
Thrilled and exalted and humble, very humble.
Today is the final court hearing 83-year-old Edie Windsor has been waiting for since her partner of 4 decades died back in 2009. That's when she was hit with a $360,000 estate tax boot.
That's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional no matter what the standard is that's applied, and we're very hopeful that the court will agree.
But first, the court dealt with technical issues in the case. Because the government is no longer defending its own law, the Defense of Marriage Act, conservative justices took issue with that.
It's not unusual. It's totally unprecedented.
Since the Obama administration is not defending DOMA, the House Republican leadership is.
When Congress was considering this statute, it asked the Justice Department 3 times whether DOMA was constitutional, and 3 times the Justice Department told them that it was in fact constitutional.
On the merits of the case, Justice Anthony Kennedy, often considered the swing vote, raised questions along with the 4 more liberal justices about the section of the Defense of Marriage Act that defines marriage, appearing to infringe on states that recognize same-sex marriages.
I think it is a DOMA. The question is whether or not the federal government, under our federalism scheme, has the authority to regulate marriage. Under
the act, the federal government does not recognize Edie Windsor's marriage, even though current New York state law does.
We did win in the lower courts. Today is like a spectacular event for me.
It is possible the court could dismiss the DOMA case before ruling on the merits, but it appears many of the justices were interested in striking down the law that denies federal benefits to legally married same-sex couples. No one knows until June. In Washington, Craig Boswell, Fox News.
Milwaukee police are investigating a late-night shooting